Welcome back to NTD Good Morning. After 48 teams played 103 matches in 16 cities across the United States, Mexico, and Canada over the last 5 weeks, there are now only 2 teams left standing in the FIFA World Cup.
That's right. Argentina and their star Lionel Messi will attempt to join World Cup royalty, Italy and Brazil, by winning back-to-back FIFA championships, though they will have to survive the tournament's fiercest descendant squad in Spain. The action happens this Sunday in the New York area, and joining us to unpack it all is friend of the show, Mike Leon. He's head of content for DAZN. He's also host of the Can We Please Talk podcast. Good to see you, Mike. Thanks for coming in.
Boys and girls, the tournament's over. Well, now what do we do?
I know.
What's going to carry
we
us?
moved to Grand Prix, I guess, right?
Too much fun.
I know. NFL coming soon.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with, though, the amazing comeback yesterday by Argentina.
What else can you say about Los Albicelestes? That's going to be your word. You got to learn that. That's what they say in Argentina. You got La Roja with Spain, and you got Los Albicelestes. But like this entire tournament, Argentina has been on the brink. You know, we saw it in the Egypt match, and everyone talks about the VAR replay review, and then that got overturned, and then Egypt ended up scoring anyway to be 2-0. In almost in every game, it has felt like Argentina has found a way to win. And if you just read the local papers like I have last night, preparing for this, Argentina, like they just believe in this team. There used to be this barrier with Argentina, with Messi. And if you go back, I was watching recently on a flight, Apple did a great series about Copa America, and Argentina struggles to win that. That's South America's big tournament. Now, all of a sudden, that was 10 years ago. 10 years later, here they are. They just won the Cup in 2022. Now they've got a chance to repeat as champions. And in their way is obviously Spain, which has done really well in European tournaments. Maybe not as well in the World Cup, even though they won it in 2010. It's incredible to see what Argentina has done. Messi, Fernandez, they are fantastic to watch in these comebacks. And Los Albicelestes, you got to learn that word before I leave, Steph. They are happy. The fans out there are really happy.
I want to jump in, though. Some teams just play better when their backs are against the wall. Are you starting to sense that with this squad?
It is, because, you know, when England scored yesterday, and I don't know, I had a few friends. Remember, DAZN's a European-based company, so we had a lot of London folks that were in Atlanta yesterday. When they scored, and I think it was like the 54th, 55th minute, you know, you could kind of feel the Argentina fans, when they were panning to the crowd, it wasn't like the depression that you saw when Argentina scored the second goal, even though time-wise, you know, it was an extra time. You could just see it on their fans' faces, like, okay, they scored, but we're going to tie this game in some capacity. And so I think that kind of speaks volumes to the hurdles that the team has gotten over the last decade, because all the articles used to be about Messi breaking through. Could he be Maradona? Could he be the next big star of that country? Maradona won a cup. So it was Messi's hurdle to get over that. First was Copa America, which he did get over that. Now he got the World Cup in 2022. Now they're here again in the finals. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an Argentina, you know, of descent, but it would be all gravy to me even if they were to lose like a competitive match in PKs. But this is incredible to watch for them, and their fans know that they're going to be in every match.
But where do you place Messi now, like in terms of football, but also just all sports?
Well, there's an Argentinian chant that is in Spanish. I'm not going to do the entire chant here. They do it to Brazil because Brazil is right. Well, basically, it talks about Maradona and Pele and the comparison between the two of them, but it says how Messi is going to be better than all of them. If they win Sunday, I think you have to put Messi in that Mount Rushmore of football. In Argentina, I don't know if anybody will ever replace Maradona, because Maradona was more of like not so much a public figure, but like a character in and of himself. And the biggest thing with Maradona was his head. Like, he was in his own head in a lot of ways, which led to a lot of his problems afterwards. Messi is just a little bit camera shy and not like the public-facing figure, even though he has millions of followers and the advertisements and stuff like that. He's let his play on the pitch kind of dictate some of that. But if they win Sunday, I think there is no discussion about if he's in that top 3 of all-time players.
Well, now let's turn to Spain, because, of course, he has to get past what seems like by far the most dominant team.
Yes.
6 of their 7 games shutouts. What do you think? about this squad in Spain?
Well, Kerry, I went back to the last time I was on here with knockout stage when I had to explain to everybody what the knockout stage was. And
we appreciate that.
And I said, Spain is the team to watch in this tournament to win it. And I said you could potentially have, England. I was almost half right. Spain, that Cape Verde draw, I think level set. And reading the papers back in Spain from Marca and all of those papers and what they said about that draw and where this team is now, what they did to France on Tuesday. And again, I'm in a text chain. My family lives up there in Santiago and they're in Cordobedo. They're sending me videos of the celebrations. They dominated France.
And this is Mbappe. This is not
playground
team. This is the best in the world.
When you've got in the postgame Thierry Henry, who is a French legend, saying that they dominated us. Like, you have to tip your hat to that. And I mentioned before, stylistically, the way Spain controls the midfield and the possessions and things like that. But with Lamine Yamal and the talent that they have, the younger talent, the core that they have, they've just been playing so cohesive since that draw. It's been incredible just to watch. And that's why this tournament is so fun, because you could have a draw beginning, and then all of a sudden, look where they are now. They're in the finals. And they drew against Cape Verde, who none of us had heard of before. And you're like...
But we're actually pretty good, right?
And who ended up turning out to be pretty good, who actually pushed Argentina to the brink. So, what a tournament, right? But Spain is a really good squad.
And what is it about them working so well together? Is it their young ages? Lamal's only 19, but
right.
Rodri...
Well, the thing is it's continuity. And again, like we talked about with the U.S.'s defeat, people tend to not play on those same teams, and they tend to play other sports here in America. In Spain, they grow together. They work together. Like, it's an embodiment of, like, what they do over there. After this, if we were right now in Spain or somewhere there, we would just kick the soccer ball around. Like, we're not going to do that after the commercial break. My leg is busted. But like,
I'd like to.
I know you'd like to, but that's what I'm saying. You see it everywhere. And again, as somebody who has traveled in the country and stuff like that and has family that lives there, like, it's not uncommon to see this continuity and familiarity, and they're starting to play within each other. The manager trusts the players, and it's been all the way through. And again, that's why I think the Cape Verde draw was such a shock, right? Because they were such a heavy favorite in that match. But I think it kind of level set for the team what they needed to accomplish. And then they went out there, they won the group comfortably, and then they go out there, and obviously they've been dominant, and they dominated arguably the best team that everybody said should win this cup, which was France.
We've got about a minute left.
Yep.
You're the coach of Argentina. You're reviewing film. The only team to score, not once, but twice, is Austria in the round of 16. Though they were dominated by Spain, a couple fast breaks, they got behind the halfbacks, and that's all it took. What is the weakness of this Spanish team for Argentina to try to exploit?
Well, I think for Argentina, you can't make any mistakes with respect to, passing or playing with the ball in possession. If you saw the 2 goals late yesterday from Argentina, they both came off of Messi assist, and they came off of, well, first off, the goal in the 84th minute was just an incredible shot. But the hustle plays by Messi in stoppage time to actually track down the ball, get to his right position. He's not a natural right foot, he's a natural left foot. Cross it in, and a header. That's kind of like a set piece, pseudo set piece. I think for them, you've got to capitalize on the set pieces and corner kicks. And possession-wise, Spain has always, histrionics, dominated possession. They've dominated at least 60-40 on the possession side. For Argentina, they got to find a way to kind of break that and then take your chances, opportunities. Some of those goals that they scored yesterday, that first goal in the 84th minute is an incredible display of talent. I wish the U.S. had a striker like that. We do not. And there is part of the problem. So for Argentina, don't make any mistakes. For Spain, continue to do what you do. Dominate in the midfield. Take advantage of your chances. Lamine Yamal yesterday created one of those chances and got a penalty kick on Tuesday, Keep doing the same thing that you're doing. There is no other recipe. You are the best team in this tournament.
History will be made on Sunday. It will be the most watched event of the year. It's happening Sunday afternoon. Mike Leon, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks.